9.
I went to the wrong menu.
Just go.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, everybody.
Hello there.
My name is Eugene Capin, and I'm with.
Topher Welsh. What's going on, everyone?
And this is Glitched, a show about VR in VR, where we get together and try to figure out where this is all going. And today we have the amazing Eric Neuman,
Yeah.
the creator
Hey, guys.
of Sprawly Strudel Doodle, and he currently works at Digital Domain. And we have a room full of Eric Newmans. Can we get?
We do have a few Eric Newmans in the house here. Eric decided to put his avatar up. High five, Eric Newman. High five, Eric Newman.
This is so trippy. This is just what I wanted.
Anyway, back to the stage where everybody can hear us, or else we go, deaf for a while.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. But anyway, so besides the brief introduction that I gave, Eric, tell the people about yourself.
Let's see. So I am working in VR right now for actually the second time. The first time was about 10 or 11 years ago. I was working on research over at Case Western, and I was doing it just because it was my job. But I realized oh man, this stuff is going to be amazing once the tech gets here, but it wasn't ready. So I sort of, put a pin in it and sort of was watching out for a certain kind of technology level to be reached. And for me, the Oculus Kickstarter was that. And so as soon as we hit that Oculus Kickstarter, I was like, all right, that's it. And I dropped everything else and I started working on VR. I started the company that would eventually become Sprawly. Sprawly ended up getting acquired by Digital Domain. And that's where I am now. I'm the director of VR platform tools over there, helping basically Hollywood figure out how to make content that's going to be, as awesome and cool as this.
Nice.
That's cool.
And Strudel Doodle's my side project. It's the one thing I get to blow off creative steam into.
Do you have? I love all the models that you built and.
Yeah, by the way, he
onto
made
this-
all these. He made all these around here. So just so everyone knows.
Yeah. Do you have special names for all of them?
I mean, this one is the one that I made for you last night. That one has a name. That's Eugene Bot.
Hi,
Sorry,
Eugene
Topher,
Bot.
I didn't have time to make a Topher bot. I'll have to make one later.
Just make me a man bun bot. It's fine.
All
A
right.
Viking man bun bot.
I mean, I can tell you that one over there is Nima, aka VR Nima, who I think may actually be here tonight. Nima,
Maybe,
are you in the
maybe.
house?
Nima. Nope, maybe.
That's eventually
Well,
supposed to
he's
get-
dead to us now
Yeah,
because
it's
he
okay.
didn't come
Whatever.
to our show.
Yeah, so eventually the idea is to actually put an armature inside of that so that Nima could use that as an avatar right here.
Right on.
I would definitely call it Puppet Nima.
Puppet Nima. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the tree over here is kind of interesting because the trees were actually built not in VR but in AR using kind of a crummy old iPhone 6, which I've been using to
nice.
develop the AR kit version. So
Oh,
actually
cool.
now you can build 3D content like this, literally anywhere, waiting for the bus. It's pretty neat.
Nice.
Nice.
That's
Awesome.
really cool.
Well, what advice would you give to people who wanted to use Strudel Doodle?
Ooh, man. Don't get too detailed. It's a tool. It's designed to be fast and loose. As you can see, everything that I've done here, it's real cartoony. It's real
Yeah.
chunky. This thing, it's not supposed to be like Quill. It's not supposed to be, what's it called? Gravity Sketch. It's not like a high detail thing. It's more like VR or AR Play-Doh. You should be
Yeah.
getting fast and loose with it and just building things really quickly. Eugene Bot only took me about 20 minutes to make.
Nice. Have you had anyone use your tool to make all the assets in a game or make a significant amount of stuff for a game or a 3D scene? And have you seen work done a lot with your stuff?
Some people are doing some things like that. There are some people that connected with me through some of my YouTube streams that have been sort of working up to it, but nothing that's published just yet. To be perfectly honest, I feel like I let Strudel Doodle lie a little bit too long, and in that time, basically Blocks came out, and Blocks is just has millions of dollars of advertising behind it, and has all this stuff. But I actually got my head in there for the first time the other day after being sort of like disheartened about it. And then I was like,
Mhm.
Blocks is pretty cool, but it's very, very specific. There's definitely some stuff that Strudel does really well that Blocks doesn't do. And so I think I'm just going to start focusing in on that.
All right, nice.
Like
Nice.
specifically, Strudel Doodle lets you build huge, right? Like it has one feature that nobody else, as far as I know, has just yet, which is that when you build something, you can then teleport on top of it. So if you want to,
Oh,
you
that's
can
cool.
you can build like Minecraft scale. You can just like build a ladder straight up and work in the clouds or whatever. Um, right now, what's been limiting the scale you can build to is the only way to save is to export out. And a new feature that's about to be shipping is the ability to like just sort of leave the game and come back and have all your stuff still there.
Okay.
Very, very Minecrafty.
Would you call it
Nice.
a game or a tool?
Oh man, that is the toughest question about Strudel Doodle. People ask me this all the time. I would say Strudel Doodle is a functional toy. It's not
Okay.
it's not really a game because you can't win, but it's not really like just a tool. It's more like I said, it's more like Play-Doh. Like could you use Play-Doh to make something? Yes, but it's mostly about the fun of creation and less about like, oh hey, here's my Play-Doh dinosaur or my
Yeah.
pile of Play-Doh spaghetti.
Nice.
Nice. So, um, can you tell us about the avatars in the audience that look like you?
Yeah, totally. So the avatars that are out there that look like me, I mean, basically, like I was lucky enough to get selected by High Fidelity to be one of the first 100 people to get a doob scan, just like you guys
Yeah.
got. Um,
Yeah.
and I think I was actually person number 20 or so to actually have the procedure done. Procedure, like it's
The
medical.
procedure. When they got the probe and they got all this and then they scanned you.
Yeah, I got a meat body ectomy, just
There you go.
replaced with an avatar. But so I ended up getting this amazing, avatar, and I one of the things is like I dress the same way pretty much every day, so it looks just like me. Uh, but yeah, once I got it, I did a little teeny bit of snooping, and I found that it was relatively easy for me to extract the model out of that. And I realized that there was a big question, like High Fidelity, paid for this thing. Doob produced it. They sent it to me. Who owns this? Like it is it mine? I mean, it's my likeness, but it was
I mean, you
produced
would
by
think.
somebody else. Yeah.
Interesting. It's kind
So
of an interesting question there.
Well,
Like,
I guess that kind of goes back to like the 23andMe argument. If you're when you do like 23andMe, you're basically signing your right away to the DNA that you're sending them
mhm.
when they like break it down and check for uh, all the structure points and whatnot.
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
so I actually gave a talk about this, which if you guys are interested, we can link after this down to the video. But I gave a talk about this for one of the local VR meetups, and what came up from the audience was that it's actually most like photography, right? Like if you have a photographer come to your wedding and they take photos, until you pay them for those photos, you don't own them, right?
It's true. Yeah.
Um,
Hmm.
well, anyway, I'm not really sure what the answer to this question is, so I just decided, you know, what
Oops.
what the heck, what the heck? Let's put it out. Let's let everybody out there use it, and let's see what people end up doing with it.
It's interesting. And what can you? Is it fairly easy to actually like modify the models yourself, or like could people like put a different shirt on you, or could they like make you naked and then walk around hi-fi, or
Like if I look at the bottom of your foot, will it say like Andy in terribly color?
chicken scratch?
Crayon.
Yeah, crayon.
So actually, this is really interesting. So you're edging up against a little bit of a curious technical aspect of this, which is that in order for a 3D model to be rendered by current hardware and software, that model has to be fully downloaded. The whole thing needs to be present and unencrypted and inside of your graphics card. And if you don't have that, then you can't view it. Like you can't see part of
Interesting.
a 3D model. So what this means is that all these people out here that we're seeing right now, their 3D models are inside of your computer. So if you really wanted to go and copy it and take it, you could.
You just
Now,
have to snoop for it.
yeah, you just have to snoop for it. I mean, it'd be complicated and a pain in the butt, but you
Yeah.
could do it. So High Fidelity did a really smart thing with our doob scans, and probably I would bet with the rest of the avatars as well. There's nothing underneath this shirt. Like literally, if you remove the object that is this shirt from this 3D model, there's a giant gaping hole here. And like my legs are just pants, like I don't
Yeah,
have.
but what you could do is you could break it apart into different sections inside of a piece
Like a
of
body
software.
type thing?
No, I was thinking more like Fuse.
Okay.
And then where you can break it down into the different sections and then re-upload it. And that way you have like Eric arms to choose from, or an Eric head, or the Eric shirt.
Nice.
I mean, if somebody
That
wanted
could work.
to, they could take this head and these arms and like not Photoshop. They could 3D model attach me to a nude body. But like, I mean, you could do the same thing with a photo, right? Like,
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I guess it's curious to me that that's the first thing everybody asks me, like, oh, what if somebody does something lewd with your model? And I'm like, well, so what? It's not me, like.
Well, I mean, I'd just be excited. So, I mean, I just want to see what people come up with.
Okay, as somebody who has had like very inappropriate fan art sent them to you,
Oh,
it gets
wait.
Yeah.
Tell us more.
Wait, what?
What?
I've
You can't leave that like that.
I've actually received like fan art where someone like took my head, put me in a shower, and like all these male attachments were like around me and stuff.
All the dongs were flapping you in the face, is what you're saying.
All the dongs were like hanging
Male
out and stuff.
Attachments.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm calling them male attachments for the show. I
There you
get
go.
one cuss word. I'm not going to waste it on that story.
That one.
Yeah.
High Fidelity, you got to get an air quotes gesture in here.
I know, right? We got this one.
Oh yeah.
Really big air quotes.
Yeah,
yes.
That's funny, man.
But if you could change something about this model, what would you do? Like, would you add to it? Would you take it away?
I've thought about using Strudel to make myself like a spacesuit, or like to make various different sort of like classic mods of my sort of like costume here. Like, what if I had I add like a pirate hat and an eye patch, and I actually just found out that High Fidelity has this attachments capability. So I think I might go and make a bunch of different attachments, and so I could like come in here and be like, oh yeah, what's up? I'm Pirate Neuman today, or I'm Astronaut Neuman today, or
nice.
I'm Mario Neuman today.
Is that a functionality that's active right now?
Yeah. If you go to say the Mexico themed area, you can actually walk up to the walls and where they have like all the hats and stuff, and you can just hit the hat. It'll spawn on top of your avatar until you remove it.
That's cool. Does it follow you domain to domain?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Let's also get hats afterwards, guys.
It's just
I want a sombrero.
Script.
I want to be like Oprah right now and be like, you get a sombrero and you get a sombrero.
They just toss them out to the.
Well, you kind of like, here's an Eric Neuman script. Here's an Eric Neuman body. You all get Eric Neumans.
We just hit someone in the face with an arm,
So it looks like there's 4 of me out there right now, or 3. Not bad. Yeah.
I'm waiting for everybody to, by the end of the show, to all just be Eric Neumans.
Yeah, I mean, I could post that link and everybody could just go and get it. There's this sort of famous in the world of computer graphics model. It's this teapot, and this teapot was the very first 3D model that was ever made with curves, and it, for whatever reason, people latched onto it, and now whenever anybody makes like a graphics card or anything like that, it's the first thing they test. This teapot's in every Pixar movie. Yeah. It's in every 3D anything, and I kind of like I don't really believe this would ever happen, but because there aren't really any other high quality scans of real people that are out there, like I kind of wonder if my avatar is going to end up being like the teapot. Like people will just be like, "Oh, I need something to test with. Oh, just grab an Eric Neuman."
Your skin is the hello world of VR avatars.
Wouldn't that
basically
be hilarious?
That would be. So
like they actually looking dude.
So that talk that he was talking about, I was in the audience and he wore the exact same outfit he got scanned in. So it's like him wearing the headset and pretending to be himself with all the mirrors. it just got super meta very quickly, and it was hilarious.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was going for maximum meta. So I had actually taken the avatar and I had hooked it up to Final IK and basically put that into Unity so that people could then first they would come to the talk, they would see me, they would see the 3D model, they could download the 3D model, and then they could actually go and be me. So meet me, watch me, be me in that order.
Nice.
Maximum meta mind, messing with.
It's a pretty dang good idea. It's a dang good idea there, sir.
Actually, I'm probably going to grab that model later and just walk around be Eric Neuman for a while. I want to know what it's like to be Eric.
I want to know what it's like to be bald. That'd be awesome.
You're pretty close there, dude.
It's all shaved. I want the real baby butt soft baldness. That's what I want.
If
right here, this is the smoothest part.
Right
so
here.
If you rub the real Eric Neuman, he grants wishes.
And he turns blue.
Poof, what do you need? Poof, what do you need? Poof, what do you need?
You get an Eric Neumann arm. You didn't ask for it. You didn't wish for it. I don't care.
So, the first VR company you ever started, Sprawly, got purchased. What did it do? What was the concept behind it?
Yeah, so it's actually interesting. The very first thing that I made, the way almost everything that I build starts is I build something that I'm interested in. And so I was really interested in this idea of building sort of something that would let me ingest information more quickly using VR. Just has anybody out there ever seen Chuck, the TV show Chuck?
Oh, yeah.
You guys seen Chuck? So
a little bit.
He has these special glasses that just cram information into his brain. Well, I was literally watching Chuck when my first VR headset arrived, and I was like, I want to make that. I want to build something that's going to cram information into my brain faster. And so I built this thing that was called Sprawly Internet Beta. And basically it was like a Spritz-style speed reader that let me pull in existing text, read things from the internet, do searches, bring in content, view a browser, but then also have just the text basically speed by one word at a time, just go into my brain.
Oh.
On top of that, it could also play all the sorts of stuff that was just emerging at that time. 360 video, 3D models, WebGL, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I put this thing out for the Gear, and it got 70,000 downloads in the first 12 hours, which was almost everybody who had a Gear VR at that time. So immediately I was like, oh, holy crap. Oh, was that it? Was that my one swear word?
No,
nope.
Okay.
It's way worse than that.
So I was pleasantly surprised, and I realized that there was really something to this. So I brought in a friend of mine, Bobby Alexis, very awesome, very technical, sales-oriented dude with deep networks out into media. And he was like, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to make we're going to make a hit list. We're going to reach out to all the top 20 media and publishing companies in the world.
Mm-hmm.
So, Time, ABC, everything, all these people. And we made this list. We sent out 20 emails and we got 20 meetings. Every single one of these companies wanted to meet with us. Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
So we went there and we talked to them. We tried to sell them the white label version of this thing, basically being well, you have a bunch of old media, blogs and flat video and stuff, and you have a teeny little bit of new media, 360 video and maybe models. Why don't you let us give you a Sprawly with your logo on it that just points at CNN.com or just points at ABC.com or whatever? And they all pretty much said the same thing. They said, that's cool, but what we really want is tools to build content without needing a developer involved. So I was like, all right. I went back and I built the second Sprawly product, which was the Sprawly 360 Interactive Builder, which was an all in the browser tool where you could upload 360 videos, divide them up by scenes, and basically draw hotspots over any area. So if you wanted to draw over a door, click, 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 all the corners, boom, now that's a hotspot. You want to draw over a person's face, just, basically draw a circle around it. Now, if somebody looks at that face, it can trigger another video.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, this is a functionality. It's relatively simple, but it's got a lot of finesse to it, knowing that having those abstract shapes was really important, knowing that you needed to be able to have HLS, getting it to run on mobile, getting it to run on iPhone, all these little pieces, they all added up to something that a bunch of big companies needed. And one of them was Digital Domain. So they ended up bringing me on both for that product and for the, I guess, expertise that comes with me.
And you sold out, bought a house.
I did.
Nice.
I did buy a house. That's where I am right now. I'm in my house.
In the basement play cave.
Yep, exactly. I have a
Nice.
whole VR set up in here. Actually have a. I can't see it because I'm in my headset, but I have on this wall. I have a Gear VR, a Daydream, 2 Windows mixed reality headsets, basically everything, just like chilling in here. Plus, I'm in 5
Nice.
right now.
I am going to come over at some point and play Mario Kart with you.
Let's do it.
Do you have VR
Yeah.
Mario Kart? Do you have
What?
VR Mario Kart?
I
VR
mean,
Mario Kart?
Or
I
he
don't-
has Smash Brothers. If that's what you have.
Okay,
I do
well,
have Smash
I'm coming
Brothers.
over too then. So,
Yeah.
What do you
We'll-
guys think of that VR Mario Kart? The one that's happening in Japan.
oh, dude, I saw that and I thought that was just, man, that's gonna be big for arcades, especially when it comes over here.
Well, the big
Or
question for
if
me
it comes
is,
over here.
yeah, if
Well,
big
someone's
question
gonna
for me
make
is-
a version of that. I mean, I can only imagine like Microsoft is gonna be making a Forza version of like a VR Mario Kart like driving sim thing for arcades. You know?
I hope so. I mean, the
Dude.
big question is how are they dealing with the acceleration, right? Because if you have that much forward motion, it's going to cause like VR sickness. And I know
It's
that
true.
they have the people on top of these like little virtual acceleration platforms.
Mhm.
But I've just like until I see it, I mean, I'm really curious, because that seems like a great breakthrough if they've managed to make it happen.
Wait, a guy on stage.
Yeah, how do you get up here?
I don't know.
There's a way to get on the stage, but if you do, you get banned from the domain very quickly. We have guys who just snipe you.
And yeah, they're actually up in the rafters, and you can't see them because of the bright lights and the 3 heads. But they're there, trust me. So just make sure that you don't come on the stage, or you're gonna get gunned down.
easily gunned down. So let's talk about the future of VR media. All right, where is it going? Do you feel like it's definitely going to be just like our show, where you have guys jumping into VR and creating content, creating original programming based on the VR world? Or do you feel like it's going to be more of people taking like avatars and doing traditional 2D media for the time being?
Oh man, I think everything. I think just honestly everything. There's a lot of stuff that. Oh man, this is. Thank you for asking me that.
That's I know that's where you wanted to drive the conversation.
Yeah. So first of all, let's just talk about this show, right? Like I think that this show is amazing and groundbreaking, which is why I jumped at the chance to come up here.
Aw.
Like,
Oh,
seriously.
thanks.
As
We
soon
like
as
you too, Eric.
As soon as you told me about this show, I've been like just thinking about all the different stuff that you could do with it.
Like,
And I've noticed-
how do I get on?
yeah. Well, exactly. And clearly that worked. But so like think about where we are right now, right? Like all of us that are here, we're all in this place that's much cooler and much more interesting than all the people that are watching out. Wait, can I do the finger? Out there. Out there. Out there. Right? We're in sort of like this hyper reality. And if you think about it, like that's really what we've all been tuning into through our TVs forever, right? Like you turn on the TV and you watch a cartoon. That's a much cooler reality than the one that you're in. Even if you just turn to a game show, you're watching like MXC and somebody's like falling into the pool and splashing.
Yeah.
Everything that you watch on TV, for the most part, it's just things that are cooler and more interesting than what's happening near you. Now, up until the advent of VR, the only way that you could do this is you needed a studio, you needed a whole bunch of animators, you needed all of this equipment. But now, like 2 guys and what did you use to build the set? Maya?
Cinema 4D.
Cinema 4D. Two guys in Cinema 4D. You can build a virtual studio,
I know,
make a
right?
cool place, and then have people out in boring world, tune in to us. So
All
I think
the Eric
that,
Newmans.
yeah. I mean, I think that this is like huge, right? And the other show that I know you and I have talked about is that I'm really excited about is Kiss or Kill, which is actually a game show. And I think it takes the form of a Steam game. People actually download the game and they come and they sit in the audience, and then it's sort of like The Price is Right. If you're in the audience, you can get picked, and two people get picked. And there's a live host, sort of like you guys, and they have to do trivia, they have to do challenges, but all the time they have like a giant hammer and a stack of pies, and they can like smash their opponent in the head with the giant hammer, right?
It's
Like
awesome.
exactly like you would in a cartoon.
Yeah.
And obviously you could never do that in real life because you'd get thrown in jail. But inside of the world of VR, cartoon rules are the rule. And that means that it's so much more interesting and so much more exciting. So I think
It's
that's
like
just sorry.
I was
Go
gonna
ahead.
say it's like you're living life as the mask in here.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it. Oh, I love that. Um, yeah, and that's just like one single thing. That's like one of the smallest like varieties.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: since cartoon rules apply, you're at Digital Domain. If you were going to build a VR entertainment product, what would that look like?
So that's a question I might not actually be able to answer. Teetering dangerously close to trade secret stuff. I can tell you that I think in a direction that isn't close to what Digital Domain is working on. I do think that these game shows, the idea of a VR game show really is amazing. I'm obsessed with Kiss or Kill. So I'm thinking to myself, what other game shows, besides trivia, could you do? Like, could you do MXC? Could you
Oh,
do
Wipeout.
what's that? The Ninja
Oh yeah,
Challenge?
American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah. Could you do
Yeah.
Family Feud? Like
Did you do
what
Fear
things?
Factor?
Yeah. What could you
Would be-
take and make crazier in VR that people would want to tune into?
Eugene, we need a bucket full of animal penises, and we're gonna eat them on a Fear Factor type show. We're gonna make millions, dude. We're gonna make millions.
I'm skeptical of that
You
idea.
said the P word, so that's your one curse word.
That's a curse word. There's no way that's a curse word.
By the censors, that's a curse word.
I guess yeah. If FCC rules do apply, this isn't YouTube.
Yeah.
Scientific terminology.
I guess it kind of is YouTube in a sense, but
Well, we are streaming to like
a bunch of places.
12 places right now.
So hi,
Hi, Facebook, Periscope.
YouTube, Twitch, all those places. How are
Yeah.
you guys doing?
Yeah.
When
In fact, we should probably check the boards
Yes, we should. Let's go check that out.
over by this octopus.
Over by this octopus.
All right.
that octopus.
Let's see.
Oh, geez.
What is this here? What is this? Blah, blah, blah. How can I know that? Lol. Don't even answer anything while streaming this then. How do we get back there? What is this?
Wow. Constructive criticism. I love it.
It's one person.
One person just getting really, really angry.
This octopus, by the way, is the Seattle VR octopus. It's an octopus
Oh.
with a on its face.
Nice.
It's Oppie.
Yeah, it's Oppie.
It's Oppie the octopus.
Gotta
So-
represent.
Nice.
So, camera, Ellen, focus on me for a sec. So, everybody out there watching the stream that's not in here, this is High Fidelity. And more importantly, this is a show called Glitched. And every week, Topher and I, we get together and we have a show called Glitched where we bring one of our either VR filmmaker friends or somebody or a prominent member of the VR community or a bigger name talent or a guest into the show, and we talk about the future of virtual reality media and that so on. So
Yeah.
anyway, yeah.
I was giving you a what Willie while you're saying that, but that's fine.
Oh,
We just
really?
wanted to- yeah. You didn't feel that? You didn't feel that?
I just want to stroke your beard all the time.
No,
all
I
the-
don't give you the permission. VR is not
Consent.
VR is not consent.
Okay, so at this point, I think we should probably play a game.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, you guys want to play a game?
We're gonna play a game. Can I tell them what the game's gonna be about and how we're gonna do this?
Absolutely.
All right. So there's a script here in High Fidelity called Paint. It just came out, and we are going to do a little game where Eric is going to think of a funny thing for me and Eugene to draw, and he's going to whisper it to us in the back of the thing here, and then Eugene is going to have to guess what I draw, and then I'll have to guess what Eugene draws.
And I'm going to think of really hard things.
I can't say the word. I can't say the P word. It's killing me. Oh,
You got one. You wasted it.
I know. It's
limited
ridiculous.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I will.
You want to go first, or you want me to go first? Drawing.
You know. Why don't you guys go to the back? I'll be up here, and I will do some music.
All right.
Like bum 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 bum
Alright, so what am I gonna
bum bum
I'm
bum
gonna
bum
type some
bum
stuff on
bum
this computer.
dun 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 dun. We can hear you
Let's
guys.
see.
You guys are
Well, do you
still
want
in
to start
the.
out with something easy, like let's
You
do
got.
let's
Hey,
do
you guys are
Mallrats
still.
reference. Make a schooner.
You
I don't
guys
know
are
that
still in a.
movie.
Oh, well,
We can
there's a
hear you.
scene where this guy makes a. He's looking at. Never mind. Just do a sailboat.
Sailboat. Okay, gotcha.
I'm
gonna do it in rainbow colored. Okay.
La 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 la.
All right, we are ready. Are you ready,
Are you?
Eugene?
I am.
Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna put this over here. I got my little thing. All right, are you? Where'd my do I got my thing? Hold on here. Paint. There we go. All right.
Okay.
You ready for this? Are you
I
ready for
am.
this? All right,
I am
we're gonna.
ready for this.
It's gonna be a rainbow version of whatever it is.
Sailboat?
Oh man, you're so good at this.
Schooner?
Yeah, I was going for that.
Even better.
I was going for that Mallrats reference. Thought we could start with something.
I see the sailboat. I see the sailboat. Ah!
You idiot! A schooner is a sailboat.
All
There we
right.
go. All right.
So I guess Eric and I myself have to go to the back, right?
If
This
you guys
next
go to the
one's gonna
back,
be
and I'm
harder.
gonna. All right. Should I beatbox
All right.
so that no one I can't hear what you're saying?
Yeah, do that.
I can't do that. That is terrible. Anyways, I'll just take some questions. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Yeah, what's up, dude? I can hear you.
You know the guy Will Smith from PC Gamer?
Do I know Will Smith from PC Gamer? No, I do not. Is that Will
Okay,
Smith
well-
with the Foo Show?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. What's up with him?
Well, I'm just saying he did something. He was the first to put out a show like this you're talking
Yeah,
about.
we're aware of his show. I haven't watched him, but yeah, that's cool.
All right.
But I think-
All
I
right,
think
so let's
he's done 3 episodes.
Yeah, I hear his is more like an episode, like you have to download the episode type thing.
And it takes a long time because
All right.
Well,
So
we're gonna do our game, and we're gonna open this up for questions in a little bit. So just wait your turn, and we'll get back to you guys here soon. Okay? All right, Eugene, are you ready?
I am ready. Are you
Are-
ready?
I am so ready. I'm jumping for joy, sir.
All right.
No, look at me. I'm actually jumping. You're not watching, Eugene?
I am watching.
Eye of Sauron. Power button. A droid from a Disney movie. Big Hero 6.
Oh, that's a good drawing, man.
Is it an? It's a person with a tablet. Nope, it's a person drinking. What is this?
I knew this was going to be hard.
I'm terrible at restraints, apparently, or Pictionary. Let's see here. What do we got? It's a person. Is it the Android dude? No, it's the. Give me. What does that have to do with? Let's see here. Nyan Cat. It's a dump truck, a bulldozer, a heavily artillery vehicle, a dog with a multicolored snout, a wolf, a dire wolf, a sled dog, a bobsled, sled dog, bobsled, hot cocoa.
All right, I think this is taking too long.
Okay, what?
It's Mega Man.
Oh, I see Mega Man now. All right. Clearly, I'm like the worst at this game.
I don't
That's
know,
okay,
It was a tough one.
That's pretty good.
Hey.
Now that you say it's Mega Man, it makes way more sense. All right, let's. While he's erasing that, we're gonna go to the back, and he's gonna give me another thing that I can draw here. All right, what is it?
Okay, we're gonna do
Do do do do do
concepts
do
this
do do
time.
do 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 do
We're
do
gonna
do
do
do do do
the
do 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 do
actually no,
do
that's too much.
do do do. I got
We
my
are
headphones
going to
off my
do
face. Got my headphones off my face. I'm kind of tone
volcano.
deaf. It's not very appealing.
Yeah, and you can do different colors and some fire
Yeah.
shooting out. Yeah.
Do that.
Okay. Do 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 do.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we got this one. Okay. You might want to step back for this one though, Eugene.
Fine.
All right. Let's see here. Need to get a different color here. How do you change the color on these?
I don't know.
I don't know. We're just gonna go with a this brush. Okay. So
Crown. Volcano.
hey, yeah.
Mount Vesuvius.
There you got it. It's volcano.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fast.
It's a really good drawing.
Is it? Is it pretty good?
I feel like it's pretty good. Still with the rainbow. I feel like you kind of have
drawing script working so I could draw.
I know.
So all right, I guess back and one more round, right?
Yeah, one more
let's do it.
round.
One more
You're
round,
cle-
then we'll.
Wait, why don't you guys pick so that I can guess?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
We have a problem. The script isn't going away.
It isn't.
Nope. Just draw in a different area.
All right.
Yeah. It's part of the set now.
All right, I'm gonna stand over here and be like, do. I think it's the amount of strokes.
Wait, no, you go with him because I'm gonna guess this time.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna.
So you're drawing. Let's see.
Yes.
Let's do. I'm trying to think of.
Can we do Eric Neuman?
Do you think you can do that? I think it's the amount of strokes you use that it doesn't let you delete them afterwards. So if you use too many strokes.
I had to come back and delete the Superman thing today. I can do it through the creator.
Okay. So let's do. Why don't Star Fox? Just do Super Mario or like a mushroom from Super Mario.
We'll do Super Mario. Okay, cool.
All right, now we're back. We're back at it again with the white vans. Is that an outdated reference yet, Dad? What?
I don't even get it.
Exactly. There we go. Super obscure. Way too far into the internet.
Okay.
All right. You ready for this?
All right. I'm bringing paint back up.
I know I've said this before, but your studio is beautiful, guys. I love it here.
Thanks, man. Thank you, Gene. He is the master artiste of this place. All right. Well, do you have any guesses so far, Eric?
It's a digital clock. It's Mario.
Yeah.
Oh man,
See, I
nice.
can see the
Oh,
little...
it's the question mark, huh?
Actually, the thing that gave it away was the shape of the arms, where he's like this.
Oh yeah,
that's
got his
old
little-
school Mario.
Like he's
Yeah.
doing his punch, you know.
nice.
His
Maybe I could do
super run.
Punch. Yeah. The first one was real.
Oh, you can get away. Nice.
Oh yeah. Cool. Man, that doob scan really got the back of your head perfect, Eugene.
Yeah, I got mine too. You notice I got a big old zit in the back of my dome right here.
Isn't that weird when you
Isn't
look
that
at your
crazy? Look
scan
at
and you're like,
this. I had a bad zit day going on, and they had captured it forever in high fidelity.
my favorite thing is that I can see exactly the time on my watch when it was captured.
What time was it?
Actually, it's not the time because it's like my Fitbit, so it shows exactly the number of steps I have left. 8,813 steps, and I hadn't moved in more than an hour. See the little red
So
Nice. That's awesome.
bar? And
so your
exactly what it looks like.
avatar. So I'm gonna use my one. Your avatar is lazy as fuck.
Mine?
No, his.
Oh, his.
Yeah, it's forever lazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
anyway, we are coming to the point in the program where we do open it up for questions.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to take queue up over here on the little dome things, we're gonna lower down the domes, and then when you step inside of here, it'll amplify your voice so we can actually hear what you're saying, and also can anyone else hear, and also on the streams. So if you ask your question in there, go in there, say your name and and where you're from, and if you're comfortable with that, and ask us your questions.
Yeah.
This person
Topher,
with the great sparkly avatar has been waiting patiently to ask us some questions for a while.
So go ahead and step inside the circle here.
You gotta go right there.
Hey, buddy.
By the microphone.
Step over here, right in here in the circle.
I already asked you the question.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Woody, you got a question?
all right, come on, guys, come on back. We can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Hey, Mr. Woody, default avatar, you got a question? You're standing up. I was saying, if you want to come over here, feel free to ask a question. Don't be scared. Don't back away so shyly.
Nobody.
Jeez, no one.
All
Nobody has
right.
any questions?
I
What
think
about
this is
me
the
out
fir-
there. Do I have a question?
Does Eric Newman have a question for Eric Newman? Yes, Eric Newman does have a question for Eric Newman.
Hi guys, I'm not sure if you can hear me. I'm on PC right now.
Yeah, we can
My
hear
name
you.
is
Oh, we
Eddie,
hear you
also
just
known as
fine.
Malibu. I'm friends with Eric on Facebook, and I noticed more of a comment than anything. I'm really excited about what y'all are doing here. I'm really enjoying the show. I'm so glad y'all brought up Kiss or Kill. I was actually talking to the developers about it. I'm a beta tester for it. And I truly believe I'm part of the conversation y'all were having about where VR is going as far as entertainment. I 100% completely agree, and I love what you guys are doing here. Keep up the good work, guys.
Thanks,
Hey,
man.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Wow.
That was like the nicest comment we've ever had.
You know what's funny is that we've never actually met in person, so this is kind of like the closest thing to that. And of course, it's super weird because we're both dressed as me.
Right. Do we have any more questions? Anyone want to step up to the mic? It's like
Okay.
Yellow Power Rangers thought about it, but no.
Well,
Is that no? That's
It-
not a Power Ranger. It's like some sort of sweet, like anime thing with the cool 50s Japanese hair. I think.
no, that's clearly a Power Ranger with hair with the wig on.
It says it's a Power Ranger in the avatar thing. It says yellow Power Ranger.
Oh, and then you put the wig on top. I see. With the attachments. Sweet.
Nice.
The
Nice.
effects in that movie, the Power Rangers, done by Digital Domain.
That's true.
Okay.
I have a
Nice.
question about your avatar and maybe Eugene, because I did video chat with Eugene earlier. How much has your appearance actually changed from when you got your avatar?
Extremely little.
Yeah.
I am one of those people that wears like a borderline uniform, and even like the decision to shave my head was a decision that I made because I wanted to sort of like lock in a look and then like not really have to worry about it anymore.
Oh.
So like I look exactly the same pretty much all
Hey,
the time.
Eric, step onto the stage. You're out of the
Oh,
speaking zone.
Is that better?
Yep.
Yeah, so I was just saying, my appearance changes very, very little. I pretty much wear the same thing. I have like 15 pairs of the same Uniqlo joggers and like 3 of the same sweatshirt and a couple of Hawaiian shirts that look like this. And my hair is always the same. My beard is always the same. I'm pretty much exactly like that, which is interesting because we'll see. You know, maybe in another 5 years I'll get scanned again, and we'll see
Yeah.
actually like how much my proportions have changed. If I get
Eric
fat or
Newman
something.
B2. What about you, Eugene?
I'm not wearing a white shirt today. That's like the only difference.
You have a little bit more facial hair currently, I think.
No, I just trimmed it all down.
Oh, there you go.
Here's a question. Do you guys think that the pants industry is in trouble? If we all start hanging out in VR, we won't have to wear pants anymore. I think that's going to be a problem for those
Oh my
guys?
God. I didn't even think about those poor pants makers.
Maybe Levi's will start selling like branded avatars with, special Levi's.
No, you know what they need to do is they need to get like micro Vive trackers in the pants so that whatever you actually wear, it communicates it to your avatar and it just skins
yeah.
your avatar with digital clothing.
I actually have two Vive trackers here, and I was looking up last night to see if I could hook them up. It seems like High Fidelity has some stuff for doing Vive tracker, one on the chest, one on the hip, one on the chest, one on the on each foot. But
Yeah.
I don't think that's out for public consumption yet. I think it's still all internal experiments.
We actually we tried to buy a couple of Vives just so we could have foot tracking.
Oh, really?
And
Is it available? Can we use it?
It is not available for the general public, I don't think, but it would have been made available to us because we're doing the show with them.
But we didn't. They weren't even
yeah.
available because they were just
Yeah, yeah.
completely out.
Yeah, HTC was like, "Sorry guys, we stopped doing like the developer ones because we were doing like the Black Friday sale for the big release, and we're still looking at buying some. Just so
Hopefully
we can.
Yeah, hopefully we can get something going here. Maybe even like the feet or something. The feet would be nice.
I had exactly the same problem, and I ended up just borrowing the two that I have. But that would be cool if you guys did like a dance off in here.
Oh, dude!
What?
That will totally happen.
We would have to get our guest as well.
This is true. This is
You
true.
guys have a secret dance guest?
We actually do.
That's pretty awesome.
Secret. Are you just drawn?
I'm just drawing.
Just feeling like a fun son. Is that all it was?
Oh no! Come back! Don't move.
I love this.
Oh. Are you drawing rainbow mustaches on me? Oh yeah, this is so sick. What do I look like? Do I look silly?
You look so silly.
I look so silly.
Rainbow beard.
I need to. I want to see what I can. I don't know what I look like. I can't see anything.
And you got wings now. You got wings.
Oh, okay.
And a unicorn horn.
Ah! I don't know why I'm growling. I'm a unicorn, apparently. So.
Unicorn with Pegasus, right?
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. It fits me. It matches the man bun, the shaved sides of the head, and the Viking beard with the gray stripe. I mean, just goes all in one. It's this part of this look that I'm developing, just like Eric does.
I really think there's something to the iconography of an unchanging look.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. Like looking at yourself, it's kind of weird because like I'm actually looking at myself the way I looked a month ago when we were in Beverly Hills, wearing like the same clothes, and I can see all the different details of my shoes. Like, oh yeah, that's that day. Eugene cut my hair, a half an hour before the shoot, and it was all fresh and nice, nicely shaved.
Man, I took so much time cutting your hair because I didn't want to mess it up.
This is actually how I see Eugene. This is when I look at Eugene. Normally, I see Eugene by.
Is there a reason the mouth is so wide open?
Beep boop. Supposed to be a goatee.
Beep boop.
Oh, that's why it's so orange.
Beep
yeah,
boop.
Exactly.
Beep boop. Do you think it's time to go back and check the board?
We definitely should do that. We have about 9 minutes left in the show. Hey guys, great job. Tried to get in via my MR kit, but sadly Hi-Fi didn't want to play ball, from John Collins.
I totally guessed Sailboat and Mega Man correctly. Drew Stone, you are a badass.
Hey, Jenny Nexus. She followed me on Twitch. But I'm not asking a question because the coffee shop without a good mic. What? I would ask maybe that.
Oh, I stream evening coffee.
Oh, okay.
I would ask maybe, but I can't since they don't let me in again.
I think this is whoever walked on the stage because they asked, "Could you please unban?"
Oh, that's sad.
Hey,
sure,
Jenny,
but you never get to come to the show again.
Nothing super important. I'm just sad I can't get in there again. Oh, it's too bad.
Oh no, I finally jumped in VR, so I was just testing my hand, see if you could see me waving.
Oh yeah, hey.
Hey.
I can hear you too. Does that mean we're off stage? If I can hear them?
No, it just means you're close enough to me.
Kind of like Second Life, where it has a restriction where you can't go in beyond that.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's supposed to be more muted so we don't hear you guys in the audience, so it doesn't distract us.
If you don't
so.
want anybody on the stage, you go put like it where it bounces people back.
All right. So,
Yeah. Okay.
what else do we want to do here?
So,
Where'd
so we have 7 minutes left.
Eric go?
Oh, did he?
He might have fallen off the stage. Is that? Don't come on the stage or you're gonna get banned. So be careful.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I'm suited up though. I'm totally ready to go, coach.
It's awesome.
Will the real Eric Neuman please stand up? Please stand up. Please stand up.
Where is he? He's sitting down. He,
Yeah, I would.
Well,
fill in, but I don't wanna
anyway, until he gets back, let's talk about who we have next week.
I'll be the fill-in right here.
yeah. So next week we have Tribal Instincts from. You've probably seen him on YouTube, and we also he's
I got a
a mixed reality gamer, streamer, things like that. He does a lot of really cool VR videos. Eugene's actually collabed with him before on his
I
YouTube
have.
channel. So,
Yeah.
and then the other person we have, it is
we
Go for
will
it.
keep a secret for another
Okay.
week because we have to
because
get
that's what
everything
we're gonna
put
do.
into
We're gonna make
place.
sure it happens, and we don't want to, overpromise and underdeliver.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys.
Hey, buddy.
Hey.
I
Oh,
accidentally like teleported to the ceiling or something.
oh, weird. Oh, hey, we have a question.
Oh yeah, what's up?
I got a
Hey.
question. Okay. What do you think about, like you were saying, like shows like Facebook doing a part of their Oculus event in VR?
What-
I think that's a great idea. I think that's exactly the kind of situation where we would want to see this, right? It's like they're trying to sell their tech, and they have some sort of an event, and they want to show people how cool they are, and people aren't going to tune in just if it's a boring award show or something like that, which
Yeah.
anything that's a typical format.
I mean, right now Facebook has a lot of programming issues. The stuff they're creating isn't that engaging, but we can definitely see a show like ours being created on Oculus for Facebook because it's all the same company.
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, it just. I think the future of having VR streaming, like shows like this, and like Kiss or Kill?
Kiss or kill, yeah.
Like shows like that, and having them be like programming on channels, but like you don't have to like have like you don't have to build actual stages and sound stages. You can actually just do stuff like this. I think it's really good. I think
Have you guys heard the expression "the medium is the message"? Ever heard that?
the medium is the message.
So
I've
that-
never actually heard that.
I'm blanking on the name of the guy who said it. Oh, thank you, Marshall McLuhan.
Hey,
Basically the inventor of information science, and he conceptualized this whole idea that different kind of information is better suited for different kinds of modes of transmission, and actually at a certain point the mode of transmission becomes a bit of communication itself, right? Like if it's the 1950s and you put something on TV, you're going to blow people's minds, especially if you put it on TV and it's in color. People are tuning in to see that it's in color. They don't care what you're seeing, right? I mean, this is basically like one of the hugest things about The Wizard of Oz. That was the first time audiences had ever seen color, and they intentionally play with that. The first part of the movie is in black and white, and then smack 15 minutes into the movie, boom, an explosion of the brightest color you've ever seen, is all on screen. I think this is the kind of stuff that we should be thinking about. Like, what is the message of the medium that is VR? Like, what can we do in here that you could never do on TV, right? There's
Yeah.
kind of like a couple of different kinds of format. There's like the actual format. Oh, is it video? Is it volumetric? Is it audio or whatever?
Well, I guess the big takeaway is that you can do 3D avatar catching. You can do motion capture inside of VR, and then people can enjoy that content from multiple views, not just a single POV that you're stuck with in traditional 2D media.
Yeah. I mean, the big question is not just about the format, the technical format, but actually also like the content format, right? If you think about even in something like TV, where the technical format has been locked down essentially for 50 years, we still have new kinds of medium formats that are coming out. Like, well, you have the talk show, you have a sitcom, you have really only in the last 15 years, we've started having reality TV shows, right? So the question is like, not only what are the technical capabilities, but what kind of like content formats are going to make sense? What again, like what the reason why we ended up getting reality TV is because like cameras got cheap and editing software made it so that people could edit down a show in a couple of hours and people could do this on a truck anywhere in the world. So all of a sudden, poof, reality TV became a possibility. So like that's the big question is like what's possible now and what kind of new formats could we get to? Or
Yeah, we have
Comment,
another guy.
comment. There is a TV show. There is a talk show that has been using the HTC Vive to play Pictionary.
oh,
They've
I
been
think
using Tilt Shift. I'm not Tilt Shift, whatever the Google painting program.
Oh, you're talking about Jimmy Fallon's show on the
Yeah.
Tonight Show, yeah. Yeah, I think it's really cool because like people can use like just virtual reality tools to create like fun games, things like that. But like even creating your entire experience of your show inside of virtual reality, and you saying reality TV got big because you just got one edit truck or a bunch of edit trucks, some crew. You can go out in the woods, film Survivor, get it up every week. Like imagine not having to staff anyone,
Yep.
and you got something like this. Or you can do an entire talk show, or you could do like you could do like you said, like MXC or American Ninja Warrior. You could do like obstacle course shows. Like it's crazy, man.
I mean, like, if we had to reproduce this exact show in real life, it would have taken millions and millions of dollars to put
Oh, yeah,
together
hell
the
yeah.
set, and it would just cost way more. But we were able to get this entire 6-episode run for like under 20 grand.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can even take this one step further and look at like what Mind Show is doing, right? Mind Show is this app game. This is the question, right? Is it an app? Is it a game? Is it a tool? Who
Yeah.
knows? It's a whole new kind of thing. But Mind Show, the cool thing about it is that one person can record one performance as one character, then switch bodies and perform against their own performance. Right. So you could be two halves of one conversation. And then afterwards, you can go and you can be the cameraman and shoot around the performances that you've already created. So one single person could make theoretically an entire movie that's just themselves.
It's fantastic, man.
Yeah, don't they want to be like the VR version of South Park? Isn't that what they're
I
kind of
could
going
imagine
for?
that happening. Yeah,
I hope so.
That's a great program, man.
You were teetering just on the edge of in and out.
I'm gonna go over here.
Yep. So anyway, we have a question from Eric Neuman.
Oh, Eric Neuman, long time no see.
Hi, how's it going again, guys? Eddie, aka Falabu, and I just wanted to make another comment that back earlier y'all were talking about Strudel Doodle, and now y'all are talking about content creation in VR, and I just really wanted to touch on that topic as far as what y'all are trying to label some of these things. If trying to find out, are they toys, are they tools? And I've used Strudel Doodle, I use Blocks, I use Masterpiece VR, and a bunch. I consider myself a content creator. And what I like to consider them is basically the easy bake oven of content creation. It is a toy, yet is functional. If you had to, you could survive on an easy bake oven. I'm also, like I said, I consider myself a content creator. I've been using these games to create content that I've actually been building into video games using Unity. And I feel like with the progress that apps like Strudel and so on have made in this first, year or 2 years of VR is really paving the way for future generations. And if it's this easy now, I can only imagine in 3 to 5 years.
Oh yeah,
that was it, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Actually, how Eddie and I met is that he got wind of Strudel Doodle and ended up being one of the earliest people testing it out.
I love it.
By the way, if you're interested in content creation inside of VR, there's 2 incredible Facebook groups you should check out. One of them is called Virtual Reality Painting. The other one is called Virtual Reality Sculpting. They both have a few thousand people in it. Every single day you see amazing, incredible things that, I mean, for me, they put me to shame, but they inspire me to do more and to push my tools to be capable of more.
Well,
man.
Well, anyway, with that, we have run out of time.
We are out of time.
So, Eric, where can the people get Strudel Doodle and any other social media links you want to share out?
You can get Strudel Doodle on Steam or on the iOS store. You can also find out about it at strudeldoodle.com. That's 2 O's and 2 O's. And the easiest way to find me is through Twitter. It's Eric, ERIC _Neuman, NEUMAN. Thanks
Okay.
everybody for tuning in, and thank you guys for having me on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
Toph.
I came with one last comment. One last thing. Apps like Strudel Doodle, they put the fun in functional. There you go.
And there you go.
Thank you.
Love
Slap
it.
that on a box and ship it, dude. Can
it
we
on
shut down
Android?
the?
Topher.
Hey, yeah.
Tell the
So
people where
coming
they
soon.
can find you.
So if you guys want to find me, I am on Twitter at toe_fur. Think of like a hobbit foot, toe fur. I am on YouTube, youtube.com/c/VRNation, twitch.tv/VRNation. And yeah, that's about me. That's all me. What about you?
You can find me on Twitter at Cap on Design or my YouTube channel Cap on Design TV. Anyway,
Nice.
that's all the time we have for this episode. Everybody, thank you so much for coming and
Thank you guys for watching.
glitched. Stay glitched.
Thank you
Stay
guys.
glitched, guys.
Hey, can we end the show with a jump?
Yeah. Backwards jumps.
Woo!